that point in the car, Joe.
And
That
you
was one
forgot.
of my favorite points. What was the song he was doing?
Oh, you aching? Yep, yep. What was some bacon? Yep, yep.
And it's the hips. The thrusting was so much.
And
It's
they also
so much
changed it
fun.
too, though. It's like instead of whenever the hyenas are gonna attack Pumbaa, they called him Chubby as opposed to Pig. He's like, "What you call me?" They call me Mr. Pig. He's like, "I hate bullies this time."
Right. They try to update it for because the reference previously somebody pointed out it was an obscure reference for children. The heat of the night. What?
But I've never seen that, but that line still stuck with me.
Yeah, it like Mister. You use the respect.
Oh, now you done it.
No, but this one it's like, oh, you're body shaming, and how dare you attack my body,
bullies.
my personal image, and bullies. That's a good message. I'm gonna fight bullies. I won't fight hyenas, but I'll always fight a bully. Good message. But again, I like the original one better. What else? So, there was no, like, in the sky, you didn't really see, Mufasa. Kinda. He was in the clouds. When the lightning struck, it would make the outline of Mufasa's face. So you have that.
The other thing is, I like the Be Prepared song where the hyenas are marching.
Oh my God! Again, stuff that we forgot. This is huge.
But it would have been.
Hold on, Joe. That's why it goes 6 out of 10 because of the fact that is gone. That whole song has been butchered.
It's kind of there.
No, it has been butchered. Things were cracking apart. There was lava. There was things, and it was epic. And then there was even Nazi. He was like German Nazi soldiers. Like he is Adolf Hitler. And I was like, this is not going in the new one. And guess what? It was not in the new one.
That's another thing too. A lot of these shots were obviously during the day because I guess they wanted to show more of the stuff. Which the other one was like some of it was like nighttime.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Be Prepared and.
Can you feel the love?
Can you feel love?
Well, but this Be Prepared thing alone really brings it to that 6 out of 10, or that.
I would give it a 10 out of 10 if I would have seen those hyenas.
No.
Damn, Joe, you really like them soldiers. No, I thought it was a great point, a great little look. This motherfucker's evil. He's building an army.
Yes.
Guess what? He's Adolf Hitler, and he's got the hyenas are Nazis. No, they're not going to do that, Joe. They also took away the little leaves that spelled out sex, from the original.
Oh yes, they weren't going to put that back in this one.
Well, everybody knows about it now.
I want to point it out.
Didn't you yell at me for the Aladdin scene where it's like, remember when you said to take off your clothes, and they didn't include that in Aladdin, but
and the boner thing with the Little Mermaid, they'll probably won't put the priest boner in the Little Mermaid. Anyway, dirty ass Disney animators.
I don't want to see.
But okay, so. Instead of the little song that Timon and Pumbaa does, they do an internal reference to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
They start to sing, they start to sing Be Our Guest, but it's like one line, and you don't even really get the satisfaction of that. And they chase them off. Because
hey, remember we did a live action Beauty and the Beast too that also most people didn't like.
Hey, remember? But see, I actually like. I actually really Beauty and the Beast. The original's better. Didn't really like it. I almost think that adaptation is a little bit better than this one because it tries to add some new things. It's got some creativeness to it, and this one is literally just shot-for-shot remake and removing stuff, shortening some of the best songs, removing a lot of the really good jokes, and trying not to be too offensive and PC.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for them to try to do anything because I didn't like the change they did with Aladdin at the end. Instead of Snake, they used Iago. I was like, well, I didn't like that change, but they're just trying to do something different. It's just a hard position to be in.
Yeah. Well, what else? Stuff we forgot.
I'm trying to think if there's any characters that I miss specific things from, but I don't think so. It's just like this movie could have been so much better. It's just so sad. I don't know who made the decision. How did they come? They sit down in a room and like, what if the animals have no facial expressions? They're like, oh, what do you mean? It's like let's try to make a movie where there's no emotion.
I'm gonna try to just add eyebrows to every.
Yeah, just move their eyebrows.
Big eyebrows.
Yeah. A lot of people say that, Simba is the least compelling character in Lion King because you got Mufasa, Scar, Timon, Pumbaa, Nala, Rafiki, all these
for sure.
really great people. They really tried to play up, Simba here, but I think you could have leaned into some of those other characters and, got the same effect. That it's still a lot of fun. Timon and Pumbaa, they were big. I mean, boy, the Hakuna Matata song, everybody was singing that when that thing came out. Do you think they did a good job on that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did as well, I think, as you were gonna get, but it's not as good as the original one. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What, Matthew Broderick was? No, who was the other? Nathan Lane and who?
I forgot. It's gonna kill me now.
Too many actors.
Yeah, some of the Circle of Life stuff, like right at the beginning,
Actually, right at the beginning, I really liked it. The
Yeah.
first 30 seconds before anyone started talking, and they were just singing the song,
'cause
and everything was epic, and you see all
they
the
even
animals.
had the elephant stepping, and the little birds like running, like literally the same fucking
It was
shot.
really
The
good.
only thing, everything was so similar that I was like, where are the light rays? Where are my light rays? I need light rays. There were no light rays.
And then they did the title screen, and it kind of got weird and awkward and silent, and then the movie just went downhill from right there. It was like, oh, we started great. This movie could be really good. And then...
The comedy. So, did you like the new jokes that they did in here?
Yeah, they were fine. I didn't have a problem. I think they let some of the characters, like the voice actors, kind of play into their like personal strengths that they
Yeah,
had.
especially Pumbaa.
Yeah,
Seth.
but I don't think
Yeah,
it was...
see, hearing Seth laugh.
That's
You got a really good Seth Rogen.
That was
Thank
actually
you.
pretty
Thank
good.
you. And it actually kind of fits coming from him, so that's
That was a good choice.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with any of the comedy, but I wanted more of it. Like, that was a bright spot, and if that's going to be the bright spot, let them kind of go a little bit deeper into
That's what I was saying. The point I was trying to make with Timon and Pumbaa, they're some of the best characters in the original. Simba's not really that interesting. Let's play up some of these other aspects or strengthen them. And I think because they got Donald Glover, they really needed to focus on that.
The thing I couldn't stop doing too is like I used to watch that as a kid like so many times. Like throughout this movie, I was saying their lines. I was like, no, that's not what he said.
I would have hit you if you were just sitting in the chair, just like.
But
In the original, he says
I was like, he looks blue. I see. Golden, or they didn't say that line. That was sad.
no, you've seen this movie a lot.
I did.
Okay. What would you give the original Lion King? Let's nail down our ratings on that.
The original.
It's very difficult. I probably when I first saw it, probably like a 9.
10 out of 10. I watched it so many times.
10 out of 10.
Man,
It's so
it was
rewatchable.
emotional. I cried.
Yeah, I cried. It's a very strong connection to the loss of your loved ones and becoming
And you
a
did
better.
see all
But,
the emotion on Jonathan Taylor's tone.
but it's just a remake of what was it? A remake of
Kimba.
Kimba, the Japanese.
Yeah, Kimba the White Lion, which is a retelling of Hamlet anyway, and like other
It's a good
stories.
story.
No, it's a solid story, but like if the story is already solid and they've already shot the original for you and they've laid the groundwork, it's like the difficulty
We
of like
know
writing
why,
a movie
Joe.
is lowered and lowered.
We know why. Why?
Monies.
Monies and a bankruptcy of ideas. Could you
Yeah.
imagine if Disney, because they're scared, because they know if they put all this technology into something brand new, and it wasn't Lion King, it was like a story about a cheetah, or just something brand fucking new.
Yeah.
Within the what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stay close to the genre
I know.
and stories, and
But
I
there's-
would have loved it, but of course it would have been a huge risk. But you gotta think but it could have been amazing, and then Disney can still make a ton of money
Yeah,
with the
this is
cheetah
like
dolls
a-
and all this other stuff, and then there could be a crossover with make new shit, Disney. I'm getting
Not
sick and
risk
tired of
takers.
these remakes. What's gonna happen when they're done with making everything? Are they gonna go to their terrible direct to VHS, or are they gonna do what I said, like create new stories?
That's
like
3